John, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Mr. Beck.
I'm sorry that we have to meet under these conditions. I would imagine the conversation that we've had for the last couple of days had to be your son has, did you guys know at all? Did you have any idea at all that this was going on?
No, we had no idea at all. I basically, when it first started happening at about 13 and a half years old, I chalked it up to puberty. But as it got worse, I said to myself, going through puberty myself, I was never that bad.
What was happening?
What was happening is he began to hate me. He began to lash out at me. We had physical battles. I was worthless to him as time went on. And we're a close family. We tell each other we love each other. That all diminished. And it never came back. And it just got worse.
Is it back now?
It is back now. Now we text and talk at least 2 to 3 times a week, maybe sometimes 4. We're over 8 years. He wouldn't even talk to me. He wouldn't. He didn't bother to take the time. We appeared to be a happy family on the outside, but on the inside we were torn apart and tearing apart. It was horrible. For 8 years, I lost my son that I'll never get back for over 8 years. Some of the best years of his life growing up I lost that are gone forever.
So, I don't want to be the guy that asks you the questions, and so feel free to, because nobody's going to say a word about you not answering a question, and I do not mean to be rude or pry. It's none of our business. But
no, please go ahead.
The picture. How did the picture come out?
What had happened is somebody anonymously sent the picture to the Board of Education, the superintendent, the principal, and they sent it in an email, and then they sent another email, more pictures will follow. And 4 days before it came out, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, dear God.
And she was diagnosed and told about it on a Wednesday, and then on that Sunday back in October, 4 days after that, the state police were in my driveway, and they showed up, and when they showed up, they had a picture of our son and asked if it was our son, and they stated right there he was molested by a Rose City middle school teacher called Neil Erickson.
So you had to, first of all, how's your wife?
My wife isn't doing very well. She's been through 2 breast surgeries, and when she did radiation, they, on her last couple of visits of radiation, they do x-rays each week of radiation, and they told her it's in her lungs now.
How's her relationship with your son?
It's always been okay, but he has lashed out with her. But now her relationship is really well with him. My son and I are trying to open a new chapter in a new book, and try to start all over again.
Was your son relieved that this came out?
He was relieved, yes. He's held this inside for 8 to 9 years. Psychologically, can you imagine that on a young boy, having to hold that in and be threatened all the time and hold that inside him? Okay. What a way to grow up and enjoy the best years of your life.